Ahoy hoy folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. Today we are returning to this month's Scrawler box. Although I have to say, usually I would be painting and drawing and talking while I'm doing it, but it is so hot today. I'm going to have not just this fan, but my desk fan going as well, just to stay cool and actually get through this. Sorry for the delay in videos as well. I was actually performing at Chester Pride over the weekend and I was a little bit ill last week, so a slight delay in this. So we're going to get stuck into this month's Scrawler Challenge, which is in bloom. I'm not sure how clearly you can see that. I have some ideas of what I'm going to do, so I'll take you through the process of creating this piece and also give you my thoughts on the supplies and the continuing debate as to whether ScrawlrBox is worth the money. No spoilers. I'm just going to let you listen and find out as we go. So without further ado, give myself a little bit more cool air. Let's get cracking. Okay, so before we get into full time lapse on voiceover, let's just remind ourselves what we have in this month's Scrawler box. So we have, I kept the wrapper. You see, I also haven't eaten the sweet yet either, but we've got these Magic Colour acrylic inks, and they are acrylic ink, they're not paint. So yeah, we've got green, red, yellow. These have separated quite badly, as you can see, so I'm going to have to give these a really good shake and reactivate them. That's of course our sweet as well. And then we've got our graphic fine liners, the Marabou, in different sizes, in a slightly grey black. Have our acrylic paper, and we had a paintbrush as well. So I swatched these out last time. You can check out that video over here in the proper unboxing. But today, as I say, I have an idea. And all we're going to do is just crack on. I'm going to activate all of these, make sure I'm fully set up, and then we'll get into it. So, cue time lapse. Okay, right. So, I guess I should probably start with what my idea is for this piece. And yes, I am splashing ink all over the page. So I kind of wanted to use these as two separate products because I feel like they're two separate products. I don't particularly feel like they go very well together. So I'm kind of using the inks as a background, and then I'm going to be inking with the fine liners over the top. And I have a couple of flowers in mind. So I'd like to do a nice poppy in the middle. And then round the edge I'd want to do a few daisies, and I'm using just these yellow splashes of paint as the insides of the daisies, and the red obviously will roughly be where the poppy is, and the green some foliage. And yes, it's foliage, it's not foliage. As I'm spreading this ink out, it is becoming very, very wet, and I really want to mess this up, so it's just the back of the paintbrush, but it's so wet that it's bleeding into each other. And I tried to let it dry for a while. It wasn't drying as quickly as I'd like. I wasn't going to get the hairdryer out, so I just dabbed it with some tissue paper, and actually it came up really nicely. Left it for a good while to dry, and then I've come back with the Marabou pens. And now I'm just going over in quite a doodly, semi-tattoo-ish style, I suppose, and inking in my design. So whilst I do that part, let's talk a little bit about these products. So as I said, I feel like we've got items that don't particularly go well together, and I will touch a little bit more on that, I think, at the end. But more concerning for me is this whole price thing that keeps coming up. So as you know, ScrawlrBox have increased the price of their boxes, and the price that is coming up on the menus is sometimes really difficult to pin down, which it wasn't before, and sometimes it's just completely inaccurate. And we've got a bit of both on here. So the Marabou fine liners, I've had a look at multiple places and they've got it down on here as $7.99, and that for me is like the top end of average. I think it was averaging at about $6.99, maybe $6.50. But you know, they've calculated it and put it down as $7.99. So almost in agreement there. One that I really do not agree with is the Major Brush. So this is a Major Brush's synthetic size 6 round brush. So they've got this down as recommended retail price £2.99. However, if you go onto Major Brush's own website, you can pick up a single size 6 synthetic brush for 92 pence. 92 pence. I don't know where they got £2.99 from. It's 92 pence. If you like these brushes, go direct to the Major Brushes website. Get them from there. I actually quite like the brush. It's not a bad brush. I'm not going to pay £2.99 for it, but I would happily pay 92 pence for it. So that brings us to the last item in this box, and that's the Magic Colour Acrylic Inks. So it's a set of 4. And I have looked extensively at all of the art websites and just stationery websites and anywhere that might sell these inks. I have not seen these 4 colours for $7.99, which is on the menu. And I think the issue is Magic don't actually retail this product from what I can tell. This is kind of a promotion only product. Which then means that the price that's been calculated is kind of arbitrary because it's not a product that you can buy in retail. The closest you can get is a set of 8 inks, and they are twice the volume, and they're in glass bottles that have pipettes. All of that is going to bump up the price. So the price of that, just so you know, is about £26. £26 for 8 28 milliliter bottles. These bottles are about 14 millilitres, so half the volume. So you're getting, so I mean, if you just half the amount of colours from 26, that takes it down to £13. And then if you halve the actual volume in each bottle, again, that's going to take it down to £6.50, which is already off what they put on here because they've put down $7.99. Then if you factor into the fact that these are plastic bottles, not glass ones, they don't have integral pipettes, they have little squeezy nibs as well, all of that is going to bring the cost down. So I don't think that the price that they have this product up for is accurate or commensurate to the value of the actual product. I know it feels like I'm on my soapbox for the last couple of months when it comes to these products and trying to justify the value for money, but that was a major selling point of ScrawlrBox for me, was the fact that I could try products for a fraction of the price or for less price than it would cost me to go and buy the product. And yes, I'm getting to try this product, but I don't think I'm saving any money here. I think I would have probably preferred to have spent twice the amount of money and got a full set of the colours, the full 8 colours, in a larger volume. Because actually, I enjoyed using the ink. I enjoyed using these inks. I think I might keep these for Inktober. I kind of enjoyed using the fine liners, but I wasn't happy with the ink itself. I wasn't happy with the colour of the ink in particular. The nibs are fine. I quite like the brush, but they're not on my to keep list. The inks I actually do enjoy. The paper, yeah, a lot of liquid volume, so buckle, so again probably not the best companion to these products. Also the ink didn't sit very well on them. So yeah, it's a tough one, and it's tough because I enjoyed doing this piece of artwork and I enjoyed what I'm left with, and I kind of feel like I need to take a few minutes and step back and come back with proper final thoughts at the end. So I'm going to leave you here. I'll let you finish with this, and I'll see you at the very end for my final thoughts. And we are done. So, despite what I thought going into this, I actually enjoyed the process of this one. Not necessarily the products, but I definitely enjoyed the process. This was a tough one for me. And it's tough for a few reasons. Obviously, I've touched a little bit on price, but this whole box seems to be really split down the middle. You've got the graphics fine liners, which they say cost $7.99, and then we have got the magic acrylic inks, which also they say $7.99 for these four pots. So it kind of feels like we've got two medium priced products, questionably medium priced at that, as I've already said with the inks. But I don't think they necessarily go together. I mean, these are not waterproof. You saw I drew my sweaty hot hand touch the ink and it spread everywhere. Also, this paper doesn't particularly take the ink very well either. It takes the paints very well, but because of how liquid the paints are, it starts to buckle a little bit. So I kind of feel, again, this month, it's a bit of a grab what we can and put it in the box without necessarily thinking about what goes well together. I mean, there are definitely pens, fine liners of a similar price that would have done much better than these ones. And yeah, these are just, what can I say? I've already gone through this with the inks. But yeah, despite that, despite my issues with the actual products, I enjoyed it. Is that going to be enough to keep me going long term? Who knows? I've still got a month, maybe two left of referral code amounts that I can use to carry on going. So we are still in a deciding phase. But as always, I really want to know what you guys think. I know some of you get this box. I know some of you are looking at these boxes for the first time. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Would the products in this box get you to sign up? Or if you're already signed up, would they get you to stay? As always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.